Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Pandya. Today we are going to discuss the Harappan civilization part 4 video, and in this video we are going to discuss tracking social differences. What does it mean social difference? The difference among the people in the society is known as social difference. So to understand this topic, as usual, I'll be giving you three important keywords. First one is burials, secondly beads, and then Chanhodaro and Lothal. Burials, beads, Chanhodaro and Lothal. Look at this picture of pyramids and sphinx. What is running in your mind? What is the importance of this? Is exactly much information is provided by these pyramids and sphinx to understand the history. In the same way, when it comes to the Harappan civilization, there are something to provide information, that is burials. Archaeologists are depending on these burials to understand the topic as well as to understand exactly what happened in Harappa or else in Harappan civilization. So, what is the importance of these burials? These are providing some artifacts, some evidences to this history. As we had taken examples, burials or else pyramids or else Mohenjo-daro mounds, these are all providing information. In what way these are providing information? These burials are like dead bodies in these burials are buried along with the quantities of wealth or daily use things, pottery, etc. So these are all providing information. So as you know, burials used to have dead bodies, right? These dead bodies laid in pits and some small kind of things could be like pottery, ornaments, beads, or else different kind of precious minerals used to buried along with these dead bodies. In this picture you can see in their necks some beads are there. So archaeologists will be finding information by tracing back history through that. And here in the second picture you can see pots, right? So jewelry is one of the things which is providing a great evidence to the history to understand. Dead bodies used to have beads or hundreds of microbeads are also found along with the skull of male. These are all helping us to understand the history of Harappan civilization. Whereas some dead bodies, some burials are along with copper mirrors. These copper mirrors are also one of the evidence to us. So most probably these are all burials used to have small kind of things. But as a whole, we can understand here Harappans did not believe in burying precious things with the dead. This point is very clear, you need to keep in your mind. And when it comes to the artifacts, you know what does it mean artifacts? Artifacts were divided into two categories. One is utilitarian and second thing is luxurious. When it comes to the first category, these are the objects of daily use. You can take an example of needles, pottery, beads, etc. When it comes to the luxurious, these are the things which are very rare or else costly or else those are the materials which were available from non-local materials or else they used to bring all these from non-local places. So you can take an example of the small little pots of faience. So it is very easy to understand the history by using these two different kind of categories. When it comes to the first category, utilitarian, these are available in smaller places. When it comes to the precious kind of things, luxurious, these are available in large sites like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. And when it comes to the smaller settlements, these are very rare. Let us take the same example which we had already taken. Small pots of faience are available in Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. When it comes to the small settlements like Kalibangan, there is no evidence of such. When it comes to the gold, it is very rare, but some kind of evidences are there. They also used gold. So those are available in some sites like Harappa and all. You can have a look at this map and important places we are discussing here. And as you know, those who have already had seen part 2 and part 3 videos, those are very familiar with all these places. Otherwise, let us try to learn now. Three places are there. One is Harappa, Kalibangan, and Mohenjo-daro. These are the places very, very important for your board exam. And look at this picture. What did you understand with these pictures? And we are going to discuss about these only. Yes, we'll start our discussion here. So, about craft production. So, Chanhudaro is very famous for craft production. There is a comparison with Mohenjo-daro. You can understand the first box is like Chanhudaro, which has hardly 7 hectares of area. When it comes to the Mohenjo-daro, 125 hectares of place. But Chanhudaro is very famous for tiny settlement, like uh, craft production. It is a small, tiny settlement which is very famous for craft production. You already had seen beads and all such type of things were made in this place. And different kind of materials they used, including quartz, steatite. From the beginning of the chapter, we are discussing about the steatite, right? Steatite is a soft material which is also known as soapstone and all, including that some hard metals like copper, bronze, gold was also used. And most probably, these beads, after making all these beads, they used to cement together. So it seems to be like a chain. There are different shapes of beads were available. Disc shape, cylindrical, spherical, barrel. These are different kind of shapes. You can see in this picture those examples. And when it comes to the beads, most probably those were decorated by painting. And some beads are there without having any paint and all. Different kind of techniques were used to make all these beads. There are certain examples to beads I kept here. You can look at it. And there is one more important thing here. Most probably, as points are very important to your board exam, I mentioned in all these slides. So whenever there is a possibility, you can pause it and write these points. Will be very useful to you for your presentation. And here, as we discussed, steatite. As you know, it is a very soft stone, so it is very easy to make things with this soft powder. So what they used to do is this steatite, they used to mold it into different kind of beads. So steatite especially, there is a confusion thing to the archaeologists. Even today, they are confused and wondered how it was possible. What it is, small micro beads were made by using this steatite. How it can be possible is a question. And till now, we don't have any answer. It's a kind of puzzle. And let us understand the place where it is Chanhudaro, as we discussed. A very famous place for craft production. Chanhudaro, you can see in this map. So you can see here carnelian. These were also available in those days. By using this, they used to paint especially. And different kind of nodules I gave here. These were chipped to make all different kind of shapes. And you can understand different kind of process. After chipping, grinding, and then polishing, applying paint, drilling if needed, etc. works used to be carried. And here, important places again, we'll try to understand what are all those Chanhodaro, Lothal, and Dholavira. You know, where is Dholavira and the importance of Dholavira? In part 2 and part 3, repeatedly we discussed about Dholavira. Water reservoir was found in Dholavira. It's a place which is there in Gujarat. And here you can see those three places, Chanhodaro, Dholavira, and Lothal. Lothal is a port city. You have to keep in your mind the importance of this Lothal. Nageshwar and Balakot, these are very near to each other. So, and it is very famous for bangles. And try to remember these places, Balakot and Nageshwar. And Lothal, the importance of Lothal, as you know, it is a port city, so exports used to carry from this place. Including this, there is one more place that is Chanhodaro. We already have discussed about Chanhodaro in this video, and also we compared with this Mohenjo-daro. How many hectares of area it has is 7 hectares, right? Yeah. So and let us see where it is Balakot. You can see Balakot, right? And identifying centers of production. There is a question in your mind, I know, how they used to identify these centers. Archaeologists especially focusing on various things. These are the things I listed here. First thing, raw materials. They'll be finding where are these raw materials available. Second thing, there is any availability of tools. If so, what kind of tools those are? And third thing is unfinished objects are there. What kind of objects are those? What type of material is there in it? And rejection waste material. This is one of the important thing. Waste material is providing much information to us. In what way it is providing information? Let me give an example. When you are preparing some projects or something, when it comes to the waste material that is related to project work, right? When you're writing some work very roughly, you can see some waste papers, right? In the same way, here when it comes to the bead making centers, different kind of waste material is there that is related to bead making. So these are the things providing information about the history. That's all for the day, and we'll meet in part 5. And this is Pandya signing off. Thank you.